r/AskReddit by LaughWithMEmes. What's the worst way to break up with someone? Leave and never return. Don't send any messages. Block them from all social media. Never tell them the reason. Losing someone who you thought was fine with you so suddenly in such a quiet and confusing way will really FCK with someone's anxiety and self-esteem. Yep. My fiance of 7 years, friends for 15 years, aka half of our fucking lives, left while I was sleeping. Took everything. Never told me why, and it was the most horrifying, mentally damaging experience of my life. You have to really not give a FCK about someone to hurt them like that. I found out my ex and I weren't together after he posted an Instagram picture with his best friend of 3 years saying it only took me 3 years to ask her out. Oof. I'm so sorry. My college roommate spent an entire weekend with his girlfriend from another state knowing he was going to break up with her. When he took her to drop off at the train station on Sunday, he waited until she was leaning in with the car door open to kiss him goodbye. Broke the news instead of kissing her, didn't even unbuckle and get out. She stood there stunned with bags on the curb and he closed the door and drove off. I thought that was pretty shitty. My long-term ex-boyfriend did this. Almost to a T. I came to visit him for a 4-day weekend and he waited until the night I left and ended it. The always part was we just had an amazing double date with his friends, whose home I was staying in during the trip. I woke up to leave a few hours later, and they asked when I was moving to live there, and I burst into tears and explained. It was an awful experience. But I really did dodge a bullet, and ended up with someone so much better for me, it all works out. Edit, wording he was my long-term boyfriend who is now my ex. Christmas Eve my ex got all of her gifts, because we wouldn't see each other the next day, because she would be busy. Turns out she had been cheating on me with another guy and she just wanted to get her gifts. After packing everything she says oh yay we are done I'm seeing someone else and left. We were together for several years and engaged at that point, but at least I got the ring back. This is why I get paranoid and eventually avoidant whenever I hear someone's busy. People who start liking you less will masquerade it as a small white lie. It's so damn common, I never know what to do, but put my emotional walls up whenever I hear him busy. She had her mom do it for her. My former girlfriend came from an obscenely wealthy family and never had to deal with any real life matters herself. Her folks handled everything. This left her lacking in the maturity department. Her folks never liked me, the poor artist boyfriend wasn't a suitable fit for their daughter, and decided it was time for me to go. Girlfriend's folks had the locks changed on the doors of the condo I'd been sharing with her, which they owned, and her mom was waiting outside when I arrived home from work. She informed me that the relationship was over and that I should gather my things while she waited. When you're a politician and your wife gets cancer, tell your campaign finance manager she's not young enough or pretty enough to be the wife of the president. And besides, she has cancer. Then you file for divorce while she's in the hospital. You later file for divorce from your second wife after she's diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. When you thought you were together, but you found out you in fact were not. Just happened. Her kids love me and don't know why I'm leaving. Because me and her don't see eye to eye on what we are. I didn't really have much feeling about leaving as she didn't think of us as in a relationship, but then I took her 8-year-old son to go disc golf with me one last time, and he expressed his feelings for me and how he has enjoyed going to swim at the lake, playground, and overall spending time with him, then started talking about how he likes that I treat his mom nice and misses having a dad figure. I didn't want to cry until he talked to me about his feelings of me being around, but I didn't cry in front of him. Edit, she has 3 kids, 6, 8, and 10. The 10-year-old is a computer gamer at heart, and I build computers since it's cheaper, so me and him joke all the time. HMM. Probably either on the second day of a 7-day trip, or on the second hour of a 9-hour fucking bus ride where you still have to be within 10 feet of each other for the rest of the damn trip. Not that I'm bitter or anything. By not even communicating the breakup but still communicating with them, while slowly becoming less and less talkative until they finally figure out that the relationship is over in their own. It's slow torture. Just be honest and straightforward. Bottle it, marry them, then spend 30+ years together. The American dream. Actually had an aunt spit on her husband's grave after 52 years of marriage. Turned out he best her, and apparently even caused a miscarriage once, but she couldn't divorce because scandal. Back in high school, 20-ish years ago, I remember hearing about a couple having the following phone conversation. Guy: hey, guess who broke up today? Girl: who? Guy: us. Pick out another dude you think is a little cute, fuck him at work a few times, bring home crabs and chlamydia, claim that both are really only fleas from my virgin saint of a dog, and spray paint my car for not being cool about everything afterwards, because I should know how redheads are. Oh, and then try to kidnap the same dog whose reputation you attempted to besmirch. It's been 12 years now, Stephanie, but I really should buy you a trophy or some shit for that, you crazy red-headed cunt. Go into a public place and act like everything is normal. Then pat yourself down, as if you're looking for something. Start frantically looking under and inside of random objects. When you feel an appropriate amount of time has passed, go back and tell them you've lost your feelings for them. My boyfriend broke up with me by texting me asking how my day was. I said fine, how was yours? He responded with great, had a fantastic day with my girlfriend. I was at work all day. We had been together for 4 years and been living together for 2. He had been cheating on me and decided to leave me for his mistress. Good times. Take them to any restaurant that sells onion rings. Order said rings. Upon arrival, say, yeah, we had onion rings. Leave them the check. Edit, thank you to everyone, of course. I highly suggest anyone who doesn't recognize it to go check out Game Grumps, where I shamelessly stole the joke from. Oh, I have a good one. Live together for 2,5 years, get a hunch about his new friend. Communicate your invalid and irrational feelings. Come home to their bags, packed because they couldn't handle the jealousy. And then receive a video of them on a date 2 days later. See them holding hands 5 days after the breakup. After they told you you have nothing to worry about her. She's just a friend. Work on your jealousy though. Was working away in another country for a year and would come back for a week every 3 to 4 months. To make up for being away, I'd spoil her with gifts, getting flowers delivered to her house, buying her massage/fuel/food vouchers she could use whenever etc. This was on top of messaging her and video calling whenever I could despite the unfriendly time zones. Basically, I was doing what I could in the position I was in. The plan was to buy us a house when I got back. It was a whole reason for me taking the job in the first place. The year is up and I'd give her my flight details for my last trip home. She wanted to pick me up from the airport. Messages me an hour before I get on the plane to tell me she had been cheating with her ex pretty much the entire time I was away, and that we're over because she needs some time to herself. I was bitter and heartbroken, but fell on my feet and met the best girl ever a month later. Ended up taking new girlfriend on a year-long world trip with some of the money I'd saved. The ex finds out about this and completely flips her shit, and damn, it still feels good even today. Kisses me goodbye after I dropped him off to get his car. Went to class, got home and saw all of his stuff was gone. Texted him, in mild panic, asking what was going on. He blocked my number and changed his relationship status on Facebook to single a few days later. We were together for 2.5 years and lived together for 2. So yeah, I think ghosting is pretty shitty. I refuse to do it to anyone. I have to be honest with the person if I expect a person I care about to be honest with me. 27 years or so ago, my ex-wife made love to me. Then right after, while still lying in bed together in the afterglow, she took off her ring and gave it to me and said she wanted a divorce. I couldn't believe she had done it that way, although I was ready for it to be over. She said she thought it would be the nicest way to do it. I thought it was pretty ruthless. Whatever, had it, remarried to someone else, happily, for 23.5 years now. Pack all of their shit into your car, and when you go to pick them up after their 12-hour shift, wait for them to come out to the parking lot so they're in a state of relief from finishing their day, and do it then. When they say, let's go get my stuff from your house, tell them no need, it's all in the car. Then drive them home, tell them about how a group of your friends all urged you to dump them. Make sure they're really devastated, and then in a couple months, when they seem to be doing better, tell them you made a mistake. Have sex with them, then say NVM. I actually do want to break up. Please like and subscribe for more. This is Laugh with Memes. Goodbye.